Yoshi.
What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we spent our first night here in Seldik, and while we were sleeping, apparently there was some sort of incident where the two stalls of the two workers that were arguing yesterday were completely destroyed, and all the merchandise was stolen. So it is up to us to figure out who the culprit is behind all of this. It's obviously not going to be either of the two merchants, because why would they destroy their own things? Unless they really were just trying to cover up their own thing by being like, oh, why would I destroy my own stuff? So that's our main job. But for now, we are going to actually take on the side jobs first. So let's go ahead and open that up. Let's do the lost wallet first, because we may end up on the road, who knows, but it seems merchant Lizzie found a wallet yesterday, and we have to return it to its owner, which I'm guessing this is her over here. Excuse me, would you happen to be Lizzie? That's correct. Does that make you the students from Thor's who the market manager said would be coming then? Yep, that's us. We came to see you about the request you sent in. Could you explain the situation to us in full? Of course, I happened to come across someone's wallet by my store yesterday, you see. I kept it with me in the hopes they would come pick it up, but no one's come to claim it. As such, I'd like to ask you all for your help in delivering back to its owner. Would you be able to do that for me? Yeah. We'd be happy to help. Thank you. Here's the wallet I found then. We'll be sure to take good care of it. I assume you've already inspected the contents? I did indeed. Unfortunately, there wasn't anything inside that could help identify the owner. What exactly was inside it anyway? Well, naturally there was Mira in it. Like, a lot of Mira. This isn't your chump change we're talking about. The only other thing was a train ticket to Heimdallr that's scheduled for tonight. It sounds like the owner is a fairly well-off traveler then. There's not much we can do with that as our only lead, though. I believe the train ticket is potentially our best lead. Yeah, but what should we do with it? Should we go and ask at the station? Yeah, considering it's for a train that leaves tonight, I imagine the owner is frantically searching for it. Which means they might have already been to the station themselves to ask about it. Let's head over to the station then. Sorry for the trouble, but I'm counting on you for this. We've done many jobs like this in our travels thus far through Zemuria, where someone loses a wallet or someone loses something. After entering, right, we can't actually enter the station physically, so they have to do this. After entering the station, they asked about whether or not there had been any inquiries in regards to lost property. Yes, there was an inquiry. The wallet seems to match the description we received too. Can I ask when the inquiry was made? I believe it was this morning. A young lady came along in a panic, claiming she was at a complete loss without her wallet and its contents. From what I could tell, she seems to have been traveling alone, too. I get why she'd be in a panic, then. Did she say anything else that could lead us to her? She mentioned something about returning to the inn to do a thorough check, if I recall correctly. It's the Weathercock right down the street. You can't miss it. How convenient. We happen to be staying there ourselves. Okay, let's go ask Margaret. It would have been nice if we could get a description of what this lady looks like. I mean, if she's a generic NPC, then that doesn't help much, but in story, you would think to ask about something like that. Hey there, is something the matter? Do you have a moment? There's something we'd like to ask you. Reen explained the situation to Margaret and asked if anyone had come along looking for the wallet. Oh, you're looking for Annabelle. Bad timing, though. She just left. That's unfortunate. But we have a name now, at least. That makes life a lot easier. True, all that's left now is to actually meet with her. She mentioned that she'd be searching the rest area and the Grand Market next, so you'll want to head there. Make sure you return to her, okay? We will. Let's go. So now she's going back to the Grand Market. The rest area? Okay, so back left over here, I guess. You are definitely not Annabelle. Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to know if a young lady came in here searching for her wallet, would you? She was indeed here a few moments ago, but now she's gone. Do you know where she went then? Unfortunately not. She did mention something about having no choice but to rely on Eidos now, though. Church? Does that help you at all? I think there's only one place that could be. Shall we make our way to the church? That seems like our best bet for now. Alright, so let's run over to the church. Literally run. Which is funny, because she would have had to pass by the stall. It's a shame that, you know, our stall worker probably didn't, recognize, because she only found the wallet. She never probably saw the person in question. Oh, Eidos, please have mercy on my poor soul. I simply cannot believe this. How am I supposed to live on having lost all my Mira in a place like this? Looks like we found her. The tragic heroine act made it kind of obvious. Unfortunately, we'll have to interrupt her. Excuse me. Eek. Just who are all of you? Well, you can turn right around if you're planning to rob me. I no longer have any... Please calm down. We just want to ask you something. Are we correct in assuming that you are Annabelle? I am. Aha, I thought so. You wouldn't happen to recognize this wallet, would you? They showed Annabelle the wallet. That's my wallet. Where did you find it? Well, you see... They returned the lost wallet to Annabelle and explained the situation to her. Thank you so much. I was surprised to hear that a merchant from the Grand Market kept it safe for me. However, kindness remains within people's hearts after all, it would seem. Looks that way, yeah. Hee, regardless, I'm very grateful that you found it for me. Is there any particular amount you'd like in return? You can take half of what's currently in here if you'd like. I don't think we can accept that. Your thanks alone are enough. I see. Well, how about this then? I purchased it as a souvenir at the Grand Market before the Great Wallet search began. A Picard plush. I see no reason you can't accept that. In fact, I insist. I hope you find it useful. Aha, thank you. We gratefully accept then. You're very welcome. Thank you again for finding my wallet. Well, that was easy. So you managed to find the owner after all then. Thank goodness. I really can't thank you enough. I'm glad that we could be of help. Please excuse us then. Alright, our wallet job is now done. So now we just have the highway monster before we get started on this whole mystery. So what was it? Was it east or west? I believe it was east, but I don't recall exactly. Oh no, it was west, so I was wrong. Alright, alright, so let's go to west. Oh, is it not gonna let us leave? Because we have to, hold on, it's not gonna, yup, okay. We have to gather, there's gonna be a certain point where we're gonna be able to leave town. We should probably focus on gathering more information first. Indeed, let us return. Okay, so you can't do the monster extermination right away, unfortunately. Oh, let's see what that Picard plush is. I assume it's an accessory? HP 100, defense 5, ADF 5. Okay, sure, you don't have anything on you, so that'll work. I don't have any DLC. Oh, I have all this DLC. All right, I'm not gonna open this all now. I'll open it all later. But yeah, it'll probably be really helpful to have this stuff. Probably between this video and the next one, I'll do that. I forgot I had all the DLC. All right, well, I guess change of plans. I was originally planning to just do the 2 side jobs, but I guess we'll go ahead and get started with this. So let's talk to the old man here. Merchant Heinz. Heinz Ketchup? And to think, I was ecstatic to finally participate in the famous Celtic Grand Market. What did I ever do to deserve this? Excuse me. You! I'm sorry you had to see me acting like that. I hope you can forgive me for my inappropriate behavior. He seems really down. It's quite understandable. He's a merchant in a busy market, unable to do business. So what brings you here? Did you need something from me? Well, actually, Rain explained that he and his classmates were investigating the truth behind what happened the previous night. You're investigating? That's right, and we'd really appreciate it if you can answer a few questions for us. We may be able to help us find the true culprit. I suppose it can't hurt. It's better than doing nothing, at least. You don't have to sound so pessimistic. Well, can you blame me? You're students at a military academy. You're not exactly ace detectives. Yeah, like Lloyd Bannings. That is true, but we're still determined to find out who did this. We may even be able to recover your goods. Cooperating with us could prove quite fruitful. Okay, fine. I never said I wouldn't help, did I? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say, though. It's not like I saw anything worth mentioning. You didn't? As soon as I made sure my stall was ready to open the next morning, I left everything set up and went home. The other merchants around here can vouch for that. Guess I shouldn't have left the stall unattended, though. By the time I got in, it was too late. The deed had been done. So by morning, the stall had already been destroyed and your goods stolen. Come to think of it, what goods were stolen exactly? Oh, I have a sample with me, actually. An accessory? An accessory? Is this brand that's popular in the capital? Been a real hit lately, yeah. I was hoping to bring the fad here by selling them at the market. But this is the only one I have left now. I dread to think how much money I lost in one single night. That damn coward sabotaging my business. It's much too early to be jumping to conclusions. Do you have any evidence that proves his culpability? No, but he's clearly the prime suspect. He was so against the idea of taking turns sharing the spot with me that he decided to destroy my stall altogether. I just know it. I'm going to get him to give me my goods back no matter what it takes. Please try to stay calm. You do know that if you cause any more trouble, the provincial army really will arrest you, right? Yeah, I know, but it's a matter of justice. I can't just act like nothing ever happened. It's wrong, on general principle. I'm begging you, please get my goods back, whatever it takes. Well, I can't promise success, but I swear to you we'll do everything we can. That much I can promise. I think that's everything this merchant knows. Let's try questioning the other one. Yep. So he didn't really give us anything, like, solid there. Like, all he knows is that it was already destroyed. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but could we have a moment of your time? You're those kids from the military academy, right? Heh, what do you want from me? I've got nothing to sell you, obviously. Even if I did have something to sell, I've got no place to sell it. I'm basically ruined. And to top it all off, the provincial army and that other damn merchant are acting like I'm the one who did it. He's not taking this very well, is he? Hard to blame him, but we need to see if he knows anything that might help us. Well, you see, and then he explained it. You're investigating this mess, huh? Okay. So you consider cooperating with us? Sure, why not? Not getting my hopes up, as I'm sure you can understand, but hell, I've got nothing left to lose. Not exactly a vote of confidence. Hey, he's willing to cooperate. Cooperate? I say we cut him some slack and hear him out. So about last night, at the time the incident actually happened. Last night, huh? I don't know how much help I can be if that's what you're asking about here. See, I left the market right after arguing with the merchant yesterday, and I didn't come back till this morning. I stayed over at a friend's house, another merchant, just got pissed drunk and ranted at him all night. And you're certain of this? Positive. Ask my friend if you don't believe me, he'll back me up. I wandered over here with an awful hangover this morning, and what I found gave me a hell of a start. My whole stall in shambles. Well, I guess that hangover's gone. As if that weren't bad enough, all the processed foods I was going to sell were just gone, without a trace. So the goods that were stolen were all processed foods? That's right, nuts, cheese, bacon, all foods that have a long shelf life, made with local ingredients. Seeing all my stuff gone really sobered me up. Yep, there it is. It was like I hadn't been drinking at all. And that's when I went over to that fool's stall to make him pay for it. Why did you go straight to him? Because he was the one who did it, of course. He smashed my stall so he could have the spot all to himself. But that doesn't make any sense. If Heinz did it, then why was his stall destroyed too? He must have done that to himself. Yeah, here we go. Probably figured if he destroyed his own stall, no one could believe he... But that would just make it so he can't sell anything either. No one would believe he could be responsible. I don't know, it seems pretty unlikely. It's a bit excessive. While I do understand your frustration, baseless accusations do no one any favors and only cloud the true issue. Ugh. But it's so frustrating. I've lost so much money because of this, I might have to shut up shop for good. That is bad. If I could at least get my goods back, maybe I could salvage enough to stay afloat, but what are the odds of that? None of the other merchants saw anybody do anything, and the provincial army sure ain't about to help. I'm finished, pure and simple. All the hard work I've put into getting this far, and this is how the dream ends for me. Well, I'll be honest, I'm not sure how much we'll actually be able to do for you, but we'll do everything in our power to help you find some form of closure. So cheer up, okay? I do appreciate that, but again, I ain't about to get my hopes up. Good luck, though. That's all the two victims of this crime have to say, it seems. What does everybody think? I can't be sure, but I really don't think either of them is responsible. Both merchants certainly have adequate motive to damage the other stall, but the chance of them both committing the same crime on the same night without crossing paths is virtually nil. It's not impossible that they were just out to steal each other's merchandise, but I don't believe that's what happened. Both of them have alibis confirming they were somewhere else when the crime took place. I'm inclined to agree. I just can't see either of those merchants being responsible for what happened. So we're going to have to look elsewhere to find viable suspects. Where, though? I mean, who could it possibly have been? It's impossible to say right now. We don't have any solid leads. We know who the culprit wasn't, but how are we supposed to start narrowing down who it was? The market itself seems unlikely to produce any further clues, so we should focus our attention elsewhere. Actually, there is one thing that's been bugging me. There's one group of people involved in the whole situation whose actions don't seem to make any sense. Maybe if we can work out the reasoning behind their strange behavior, we can come one step closer to finding our culprit. Whom do you mean? I'm talking about the market manager and his wife. No, I don't think we haven't even met his wife. The merchants in the market. No. The provincial army. Yes. The provincial army. They haven't done a thing to try and solve this crime, despite it happening right under their noses. And that begs the question, why not? The market manager said they're refusing to fulfill their role due to the tax issue, which means the provincial army should refuse to intervene in quarrels within the market as well. If that's the case, then why did they come and intervene this morning? Now that you mention it, that really doesn't make any sense. Their methods were atrocious, but the fact is, they brought that dispute to an end almost instantly. They did get involved. Yeah, 1 minute they're refusing to do anything, next they're taking a stand. It's definitely suspicious. My point exactly, there's definitely something unnatural about the way they're conducting themselves. And since we have no other leads, what do you say we go to the Army's guardhouse and take a look around? We might be able to learn something from them that can aid us in our investigation. That may be worth an attempt. The guardhouse isn't too far from here either. Let's head over and see what we can find out. This is also kind of like a risky decision though, because let's say for whatever reason the army is behind this, like for whatever reason they did destroy the stalls, like one, they're not gonna want to talk to us, and two, if they feel like we're getting in their way, they could definitely just lock up a bunch of kids. But we'll see. Aren't you those students from that military academy, was it? What are you doing here? We're terribly sorry to trouble you, but we were hoping you might be able to help us with something. Can we ask you a few questions about the incident that occurred at the Grand Market this morning? What? What does that have to do with you? We're visiting this town on a field study as students of Thor's Military Academy, and we would very much appreciate the chance to see how experienced soldiers such as yourselves handle difficult everyday situations. This seems like a perfect opportunity for an anecdotal case study and could prove most invaluable to our education if you permit it. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Well, I guess if this soldier was involved, he wouldn't have even bothered. It looks like we might be able to hear what they have to say for themselves after all. Nicely done, Laura. In times like these, we need to make good use of our positions. No one can fault a student for wanting to learn, after all. But now comes the hard part. This makes me nervous. Well, let's just wait and see what we can get out of them. Remember, it's not always what they say that matters, but how they say it. And even more importantly, what they don't say. Right. I hope you appreciate us taking time out of our busy schedules for this. Now, what do you want? Make it quick. I'm a busy man, you know. He's not even trying to keep up appearances. Unbelievable. I'll be brief then. We came to discuss the incident at the market this morning. Would we be correct in assuming that the Provincial Army will be conducting no further investigation? Is that all you came here to ask? Is that all? Should the armed forces charged with maintaining the peace in this region not be taking this matter more seriously? Laura, I'm not sure. You got a big mouth for someone your age. It seems you have a lot to learn about how military units actually work. What do you mean? Let me ask you this. What should the #1 priority of the Provincial Army be in order to maintain the status quo? I'll tell you. Well, he didn't even give us a chance to answer. Their #1 priority should be to enforce the will of their region's ruling lord, Duke Albarea. As members of the Provincial Army, the will of the nobility is absolute. We're just following our orders, protecting what we have a duty to protect. I assume you're referring to the local petition against the sales tax increase? So you're saying as long as the petition isn't withdrawn, the Grand Market isn't something you have a duty to protect? Interpret my words however you want. We're soldiers, we follow our orders, that's how the military works. And we don't need some fresh military academy inductees telling us how to do our jobs. Ugh. This is nuts. Does he even have a tiny shred of shame? I was hoping we'd be able to get something out of him, but it doesn't seem too likely anymore. So is that it then? I hope this has been enlightening. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a job to do. Elliot? Wait. Would you mind answering just one more question? Elliot? Fine, ask it. Well, do you have any idea what might have happened to the goods Marco was handling? You know, the accessory merchant. All he had left was that one sample. What are you talking about? The merchant from the capital, Hines, was the one selling... Wait. That merchant from the capital, Hines, was the one who was planning on selling accessories. What? What did you just say? What are you all looking at me like that for? How do you know that? I was under the impression you haven't investigated the matter at all. How peculiar. We only discovered what each of the merchants was intending to sell a short while ago ourselves. Sir, we have our own ways of finding things out. You do well not to underestimate us. Now we've wasted enough of our time answering your questions. We're leaving. Gave himself away. Do you think? The fact that they know what each of the merchants was selling means they did investigate the matter after all. But the burglary happened last night, and it was only discovered this morning. Realistically, I don't think there was any opportunity during that time for them to do any digging, not without running into us. Agreed. I suspect they knew what each merchant was planning to sell well in advance of yesterday's incident. Though that would be easy information for them to learn, since Duke Albarea must have issued permits for both stalls. It's true, and the army would have no trouble gaining access to transaction records for something like that. Well, why would they bother? Maybe they needed to know so they could prepare. Prepare for what? I get the impression that the incident at the market has been carefully planned out for a while now. I don't think those two merchants being given permits for the same spot was a coincidence either. Elliot was smart there, though. Like, that was really good. He got the army officer to trip up. It was probably to get them to do some fighting so they could get robbed while there was tension between them. Basically, to create a situation that couldn't be brought under control without the army's help. So the two merchants were being used all along. That seems to fit perfectly with what happened this morning. Meanwhile, the Provincial Army has shown no interest in actively working towards a solution. Unless the market manager chooses to withdraw his petition. So they waited for things to get out of hand, then showed up to force both parties into an uncomfortable truce. Eventually, the merchants would get worn down enough that they'd feel like they have no choice but to withdraw the petition. This is turning out to be an even shadier situation than I thought. Yeah, but thanks to Elliot, I do believe we've uncovered the truth of the matter. That was indeed some very quick thinking you displayed, Elliot. You'd make a fine military strategist. I just got lucky, that's all. So what we know is the Provincial Army is somehow involved with the actual perpetrators of this crime. The only way to solve it once and for all, though, seems to be, well, to find them and catch them. But if this was carried out by members of the Provincial Army, that's not going to be an easy task. No, I don't think anyone from the army is directly involved. The soldiers here are far too proud to dirty their hands with such escapades. I tend to agree, really. Whoever the culprits are, I doubt they're still here in Selvik. There just aren't many viable places to hide such a huge volume of goods without them being found. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they escape by train? No, that can't be. Boarding a train with that much merchandise would raise suspicion for sure. It's been less than a day since the burglary happened, so they can't have gotten far. Maybe we should ask around on the main road and see if anyone saw anything out of the ordinary. Someone suspicious may have been spotted leaving, or even entering the town. It sounds like a wise course of action. Come, let's resume our search. We mustn't let the cowardly thief run free. I wouldn't dream of it. Well, I guess we're gonna get to explore the roads now. Which way is east and west? So... I'm trying to... Okay, so this is north. So... This is... Oh, yeah. Well, it says it right here. Okay, west. Alright, so before we find out who our culprit is, we're gonna go take out that monster. We should probably... What? Oh, okay. So we're gonna just ask around casually at first. Okay. Well, we have a little lady over here with an exclamation point. Hello, cat. Hiss. Lulu, are you okay? Look what that nasty man did to her. Is something the matter? I was just chasing after Lulu near the west exit of town, and there was this weird man asleep on the side of the street. Weird man? To sleep in the midst of a bustling town like this, oblivious to its dangers, suggests that he possessed formidable skill. Or was he just really drunk? The nasty smell coming off him nearly made little Lulu faint. That's terrible. It really was. I don't know who he is, but I'll have to keep an eye on Lulu to make sure she keeps her distance from him. So he's not from this town, huh? I'm not sure. I only started seeing him around a few days ago. I'd never seen him before that. Really now, that sounds like a lead if I've ever heard one. If he's drinking in the middle of the day and isn't Instructor Sarah, then we know he's not a merchant at the very least. Yeah, I think we should go talk to him. Let's go have a look near the west exit, see if we can track him down. Alright, back to the west exit. I think this is our guy. Drink. Bring me another drink. P.U., this guy reeks. How much has he put down? It's only midday and he's already completely blitzed. Is blitzed I don't drink, so I don't know if blitzed is like an actual word for someone who's been drinking. I've never heard that before. I don't think this is the man we're looking for. I think he'd have trouble pulling off a robbery. Sir, are you alright? We can help you back home if you'd like. Sure up. Leave me alone. I'm just a good-for-nothing who just lost his job. Looking after that nature park whoosh my whole life. Nature park? You kids ain't heard of it? Lunaria Nature Park. It's the northwest of here. I used to be the park ranger for that old dump. And then you lost your job? Yeah, out of nowhere, too. I gave my life to that job, I did. And then he just came and took it all from me. That damn official just showed up out of nowhere and told me I was sacked. I can't do the accent thing anymore. I'm just gonna read it normally. You can't just take a man's livelihood off him like that. It's not fair. That job was my life. My life. Yes, we can see that. Something about this doesn't sound right. I agree. It hardly seems fair to take a man's job away from him without good reason. Right? I'm glad somebody understands how I feel. There's no way a bunch of kids like that are gonna do a better job than me. Kids? I was drinking here last night too, see? A bunch of kids in ranger uniforms went walking out of town through the west exit. Weird thing was they were carrying a bunch of wooden boxes too in the middle of the night. Kids these days, I tell you. You don't think they could have been the nature park? I wouldn't have even considered it. But a park would no doubt provide a large enough area. It fits perfectly. Yeah, they'd have no trouble stashing the merchandise there undetected. Lock the entrance, leave a couple of lookouts, and no one would suspect the thing for a very long time. And if a provincial officer was the one to tell them he was fired, that's practically a smoking gun. Huh? I say something useful or something? Don't know what I said, but if I helped you out, why not buy me a drink? I would suggest you trying to sober up yourself instead. There's a good chance we may be able to recover both your park and your job. What? We know our next stop. As soon as we're fully prepared, let's head out for the Lunaria Nature Park. Right. Well, there you have it. And we're going to be heading out the west exit anyway, which is where our little, Actually, before we do it, let's deal with that actually, where is the monster? Keep opening the wrong things. West Seldic Highway. Stone bridge leading to Heimdall on the West Seldic Highway. Alright, so let's handle this first. And then we'll come back and, heal up and stuff before next time going on to take this on.
自然公園はここを右手だな。ええ、行ってみましょう。
No. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's at the end here. I do want to get a few fights in, though.
俺の番だな。アークス。
任せてちょうだい。アークス、駆動。任せるがよい。アークス駆動。
マイル。アークス。
私の番ね。行くわよ。さてと、アークス駆動。行くぞ。はあ。ざっとこんなもんね。やったね。
There you go, Elliot. Because maybe we can get that. I think Laura's the only one we weren't able to buy a weapon for yet, so probably be pretty good to get that. Oh, you have 0 arts? Sure. Oh, you have 0 arts as well. Well then, definitely. Okay. Here we go. Whatever you are. It's like a bird with a face on its, like, chest. It's casting something, so I definitely want to impede it.
燃え尽きなさい。チャンスよ。私の番だな。
That'll help.
砕けちゃえ。崩したぞ。続けていくよ。
行くぞ。そこだ。今だ。
もらった。さてと。みんな元気を出して。 我が渾身の一撃食らうがよい。奥義後陣ラーメン
Not the craziest damage, but it's alright. That was some decent damage. Let's hold off on that, actually. Oh, hey, we have revive now. Okay, cool. We have Thalos, so we don't have to waste as many revives. Alright, you're not close enough to anybody.
さてとアークス駆動それ
Oh, I meant to use heal. Oh well. We'll be okay. Oh wait, can I get both of them in? No, they're too far away. I was gonna try and get Reen and Lara in the same thing. Ugh.
アークス駆動任せてちょうだい
Let's get Blessed Arrow to... Laura's healing on her own anyway. That's fine.
チャンスよ
俺の番だな。
Well, there's the miss. And that was foolish of me to do.
それそなたに感謝
That was incredibly foolish of me to do. Knowing that he needed to be healed. I guess I'll just wait for Alice's turn to revive so we don't have to waste an item.
砕けちゃ任せてちょうだいアークス駆動僕の番だねみんな元気を出して
That'll help a bit.
ありがとう。
行くぞ
Yeah, Elliot's too far away, so hopefully he's just not going to pick on Elliot again. Actually, let's use an item on Reen.
ありがとう。
Yeah, that works fine. Oh, right, you need to link back up. Can I can't get them both. Reen is a little bit too far away. Oh, okay. Again.
僕の番だねアークス駆動
負けられない。
Oh, this stuff again. May as well just, oh, I meant to, oh well. I was gonna try and give it to Lara, so that was foolish of me.
Sorry.
ありがとう。
任せてちょうだいみんな頑張ってそれでも感謝
That helps.
行くぞ。
Reen, we're not doing this. Let's just have you move for now.
さ さてとアクス駆動それ見切った任せるがよい
Oh, well, it came back.
は
えいや
Ha! How do you like it?
さてと
Yeah, you are way too far away. And I can't interrupt it either, so...
はあ
Yeah, that'll help, actually.
それ
Just heal that right back up.
私の番だな
Oh my god, why are you still missing? You don't have the ailment. What is happening? Why can't anyone land a hit?
そこだ
My god.
これで大丈夫だ
Alright, that works out.
やったわうん悪くない
Defeated the monster. Alright, cool. So, let's head back and heal. And then next time we are going to head up to the Lunaria Nature Park to see what we can find. Because that's it for our side jobs. I think if I remember correctly, you can actually turn in the jobs to get your actual rewards. Wait, what's this? Oh, to actually turn it into the market manager. Oh, I see you taking care of that monster. I really can't thank you enough. I'll have to let those who use the highway regularly know right away. Of course, first comes your reward for a job well done. Here, take this. Oh, thank you. I feel kind of bad receiving this much. There's no need to. You've definitely earned it. Apologies for leaving all the work to you, but good luck with your investigation, too. Yeah, in the later titles, you'll actually get Mira along with all of this, but for this game, seemingly, you just don't really get Mira for all the jobs you take on, oddly enough. Alright, let's see if we can get this last weapon for Laura real quick. Nope, still don't have enough, but can we, like, sell anything? There's no reason to really keep these old weapons. Still not enough, though. Yeah, sure. I mean, some more defense would be nice too, but... Alright, and with that, we are gonna end things off for... Well, let's head back to the inn first, because knowing me, I'll forget. So we're gonna heal here, and then next time we will head towards the Lunaria Nature Park to see if we can put an end to this investigation. Kind of funny, they really didn't make another joke about, you know, them having to share a same room. I guess they really just, you know, took care of what they needed to and then went to sleep. But yeah, so next time, like I said, Lunaria Nature Park, and we'll see if we can get in and see if the stolen goods are there and we can uncover the culprit behind this. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.